Hello, Christ Church family. I know many people are continuing to monitor our COVID situation and are wondering what are the next steps for the church. And I wanted to talk about that today. As you know, several weeks ago, we gathered some church members who were medical professionals and education professionals and asked them, what should we be looking for as signs that it's safe to open up the church a little more, or signs that say it's not safe to open up? And their biggest recommendation was to wait until 2 weeks after school started with full in-person education. Look at what the case count is in Montgomery County and look at the bed counts in the hospital. Well, that day comes next Monday. We are going to sit down and look and see what's been the impact on COVID cases in Montgomery County since in-person education has begun. If those numbers are favorable and create an opportunity to open up the church a little bit more, then we're going to start talking about doing that very thing. I want to say a few things about that so that everybody understands what this does mean and what this does not mean. First of all, we're going to be looking at the ministries that we are most able to open up in a safe and responsible way. We're going to start there. If we begin opening up Christ Church to other ministries, it's going to be done in stages. Partly to give us time to plan and communicate, but also when we open up a ministry in our church, we want to have a few weeks to be absolutely sure that we continue to consistently maintain strict adherence to CDC standards. As we open up another element of ministry in the church, and we form good practices to stay safe, we will then look at opening up more ministry areas. And we'll get a sense of how that will begin and when that will begin sometime next week. Let me also remind everybody that even if the church does open up more, it doesn't mean that coming to church is without risk. The risks of COVID-19 are still very real and very serious. So don't read our opening back up as green light just to come without concern. Whatever we open and whenever we open, it's for people who want to make that choice to take a risk, to gather and be that part of the community. We will continue to have online worship. Our Sunday schools that are meeting online will continue to do so. And we are right now actively working to be able to live stream our 8:30 service. We need some volunteers to staff the equipment to make that happen. And when those people are secured, we will have an 8:30 worship live stream option as well. And I will keep you posted on that. Please also remember, if the trends of COVID-19 reverse, if case counts get dangerously high, or if hospitals become dangerously close to capacity, we may very well have to reverse some things that are open now. This is still a very fluid situation, and our leadership is working hard to be very nimble to be able to react. Our first priority is always the safety of our congregation. Finally, I have a favor to ask of you. One of the things we have to start talking about now is Christmas Eve services. How many services should we have? Should we have any Christmas Eve services? If we have Christmas Eve services, when should we have them? And what should they look like? Here's where we could use your help. Next week, we are going to send out a very simple survey that's going to lay out all of the times we customarily have a Christmas Eve service. 3 o'clock family service, then 5, 7, 9, and 11. We're going to ask you to indicate to us which service you might most likely to attend if you were to attend Christmas Eve in person. We will also have live stream as an option, and you can let us know there if your intent is to participate in Christmas Eve on live stream. Your feedback will help us make the right decision to ensure great worship and still stay safe for our congregation. I thank you for your continued prayers and your patience and your understanding. There is no script for this process for the church. We are taking these steps one at a time. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And if you have some suggestions, let me know. Every good idea is welcome. I look forward to joining you in worship this Sunday, live stream at 11 o'clock, and for in-person worship at 8:30 and 11.